Today we continue our face-to-face series from the Nordic BIM Summit with some of the fantastic speakers we've had here today. I'd like to welcome to the Smarter Building podcast Àstridur from Per Aarsleff and Inga from Istak. I'm so sorry, I'm not able to pronounce the surnames, but I will let you do that yourselves. But thank you for coming on, and it's great to have you here.
Thank you.
So would it be possible to give us a little bit of additional information on your backgrounds and how you become involved in virtual design and construction? Do you want to start?
Yeah, I'm a constructing architect and also a technical drafter. And then I took a master's degree in construction management, where I wrote my thesis on BIM construction and BIM and how it is used in Iceland at that point. Yeah, I've been working at Istak for about 7 years now as head of VDC over there, and where we've been focusing on implementing BIM and VDC and modules and digital tools through many business processes that we have.
And Àstridur, do you want to tell us a little bit about your background, how you got into VDC? And
yeah, my core education is technical drafter, and I've worked as a consultant. And in the beginning of 2007, when the BIM journey started, I was so lucky that I was in charge of our BIM program we used in that department, and therefore I was able to take a journey of implementing BIM as a consultant. Since 2016, I have worked with Per Aarsleff, and since 2018 as a head of VDC in Per Aarsleff. And I took additional academic education more in the management, it's called innovation, production and productivity education. We are now focusing on implementing the VDC in our construction company, and therefore Inga and I have a lot of collaboration. And this department has gone from maybe 2 or 3 people from 2016 to now we have 45 people both in Copenhagen and Aarhus.
Okay. And can you tell us a little bit more about how the two companies work together and how you two work together?
Yeah, Per Aarsleff and Istak is a sister company. So they're owned by Per Aarsleff Holding. And we started with VDC department in Aarsleff, and wasn't it in 2017 or something like that? Yeah. Istak, in 2017, Istak hired me to start their VDC department. So yeah, and our roles in the company, they're not quite the same because we're not quite the same company, and we're also in a different country, but we have the same problems. People. Yeah. Not technology. People. Yeah.
Do people use it?
Yeah. Technology usually can solve everything, but it's the how to do it, and if people want to do it, and what's the right way. Yeah, change management. Yeah.
And in terms of people getting into this industry, you both ended up in the same place. Is there any advice you could give to people taking the initial steps in their career if they want to get into virtual design and construction?
Knowledge sharing. Sharing is caring. You learn much more of sharing your knowledge than just keep the knowledge by yourself. So think about collaboration, sharing, help others to be better at their work. If they get better, and you get better at your own work. I think that's one of the starters. Think about the end user. Don't think about yourself. Think about who's going to use this data you are creating.
Yeah. Also, you're thinking about being a VDC coordinator or whatever, working with BIM models. You need to use a lot of time to Google or find information on how you can use your applications to do what you want them to do. Not let the product or software control how you do things. And then also there's one thing, everything that's boring in life, that's something you do again and again and again. And that usually technology can change that. Find and figure out how you can do those things quicker, better, faster. So yeah, be lazy.
Yeah, I think be lazy.
Okay, I think you've both been talking about productivity side of things and how we can be more productive and sustainable in construction. And I think one of the key messages I got in the presentations was getting the right information to the right people at the right time, which seems to be a reoccurring theme. In terms of the sort of productivity practices you've adopted, what do you think has had the most impact? It may be the same one for both of you, or maybe different in terms of the technology you put in place or the process change you've made that's had the biggest positive impact on either of your companies.
I don't know what you say, Inka, but I think digital rebars have been because in Per Aarsleff, it's so easy to see the benefits in one-to-one as both productive, better workflow, but also the economy. As you get a contractor, and we like to earn some money. Also because that it goes all the way down to the worker on site, the construction worker on site. They can see the benefit. So they start with digital reinforcement, and then they want more VDC. So that was my thoughts. They have been.
Yeah, I agree on that. But there's also another thing that we did with this digital toolboxes. We thought nobody would use them. Us too. We thought now this is gonna flop a lot, but it's a big hit. Just and it's a very simple solution. Just a PC, and you have a box, and you have a screen, and you have an internet connection. It's on wheels, so you can drag it around, and everybody uses it and likes it a lot. And it's actually creating, or the value it's creating is it's reducing. What's the word for it? Yeah, rework time. Yeah, rework and variations on set. So we were like very surprised. Yeah, surprised that it was a big hit. But yeah,
I heard just for a week ago from one or construction site that they could see the difference between the area that did have a BIM kiosk and did not have this BIM kiosk, or what you call it, toolbox. Toolbox. Yeah. So the workers can get the work done much more precisely. Yeah. So it's a simple thing.
Yeah. I saw the worker with his gloves on and the keyboard. Yeah. They managed to find a way through those kind of challenges.
Yeah, at least those who can, they maybe can get a price on it or something like that. But most of them can't. Yeah. Yeah. Or ask around.
We have always focused on our projects and our construction site, and that VDC is to be for all. So we don't want to have specialists. So we want to get the VDC down to the user. So how to say, we are execution driven. We are on the work site and help them, and just hearing about the problems and solving the daily problem with technology. So we're not focusing on the stars or virtuality. No, we're focusing on making the day-to-day for the work on site more effectively.
That was going to be my next question.
Sorry.
That's right. No, around not quite that, but around the implementation of technology, and how do you make sure people pick it up? But you seem to have answered in terms of make it something that gives them value, and then they'll do it. They've made these BIM boxes. What do you call it?
Digital toolboxes.
Digital toolboxes. BIM box. Yeah. You always worry about the adoption, but it's solving a real problem to them, isn't it? And maybe that's the secret to success. In terms of other technology, again, is it that we're solving you a problem, so use it, rather than going with virtual reality and taking them to a world that maybe worry?
Yeah, I think so. And I also think when you have some digital solution to solve some problems, it has to be a real pain that you're solving. And you have to have a real painkiller that actually kills or not creates another problem. Because usually when we have a 3D model, we can have another problem on something else that you didn't foresee. So, yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
one other thing that's very important is in our focus on that the technology does not implement themselves.
Yeah.
We have some construction sites that have had like 2 digital toolbox. Nobody uses them.
Okay.
And one reason why they didn't have any VDC coordinator or nobody that owned this digital toolbox on the site.
Yeah.
So you always have to think about it. The technology is not going to implement themselves. Doesn't matter how good it is. You have to have somebody that own this technology and how do you say have the responsibility to implement.
And that's the same when people were implementing Revit and design software, BIM software. It's not enough just to buy it. You actually have to, figure out how you're going to use it and how you're going to use it to add value or create value for you as an architect or something like that.
Yeah. I've heard that said quite a few times. You can buy the best software in the world, but you're not implementing it properly and it's not useful.
And also buy the expensive car in the world. Yeah. But if you don't turn it on, you won't get the positive. That's right.
We don't know how to turn it on.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm reading a book now. It's called Job to be Done, and they say some of the biggest innovation is not the best product.
Yeah.
Yep.
They are taking the best product out of the market because it's easy to use and easy to adapt. So sometimes that the quality is not always the key word. It's implementing.
And in terms of putting this technology in, does it always drive the results you expect, or are there some other side results that just happen? And as you said, the BIM box was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
Are there any other technologies where you put it in to do one job and it's sort of helped you in other areas as well?
Yeah, I think it's always like that. We have one VDC service on set, and then we had some problem, and then it accidentally had solved that problem. We always have situations like that. And for example, when we have this digital reports, we have more accurate numbers on multiplication of the reports, and then all of a sudden we could custom the reports in the machines, and then we could just send it out on site, and
benefits.
Yeah, that's what the book system, but it's always built up more and more.
And in terms of, that probably has a sustainability benefit as well in terms of reducing wastage and all that kind of thing. Are there any other technologies you put in place specifically to drive more sustainable construction?
In Istak, at least, we are implementing a solution where we are tracking all machines, and they're tracking a CO emission on every machine, so we can track how much they use, or if they are just what's it called when they're
idling.
When they're just idling, and we can track where they are and all sorts of things like that. But right now we're just implementing the solution, and then we can see what we're using. Then we can, we have to know what you are doing before you can change it. So, yeah, it's just in that way, yeah.
Is there anything else you've seen that's going to have benefit?
On some of our building sites, we're trying, for instance, just to take a picture of the trucks that arrive on building sites to use artificial intelligence to make the access easy for the it's not the worker,
delivery.
The delivery supplier that deliver the goods, the materials. So when they have easy access, easy way out, we know they have been there, and we know we got the material. Sometimes that's a problem on a construction site, we cannot find the material. Mm-hmm. So that's tracking.
And what's driving that change? Is it legislation? Is it company policies? Is it ethos? Is it personal agendas in terms of the people involved just want to do better, be more sustainable? What drives it?
All three. And all of the above. I think so. In some cases, you need legislation. Yeah. I have sustainability that drives something else. Yeah.
And do you think there's more that could be done by governments? Probably a big question. Is there more could be done by governments to help support more sustainable construction?
Most definitely. Doesn't that apply to everybody? We can all do better to help it. But of course, I think the government, at least they're trying as well as they can right now. But I think we need to do more.
Okay.
I think one of our problems, and maybe not the government, but the MUNA, the official clients, public clients, maybe they can do something more because we always lack time. Yeah. Construction is getting more complicated. The standards is higher. We have to look at sustainability, and we have less time and less money to build. So you cannot build sustainable or digitalize or more effectively if you don't have time to implement that. So maybe that I think that the public client can do something there about the time.
So the governmental organisations stretching time frames, more pressure to deliver sustainably, then maybe more money.
Yeah, it's also if you're gonna have some environmental project manager on the construction site, that's also more money. It costs more. You have to. It's not free. It just doesn't happen overnight.
And is there a difference between Iceland and Denmark? Question to you in terms of the way the government supports these projects, or even just construction process as a whole?
Yeah, we talk about that a lot, because I think in 2007 it was a poor year for Iceland, and it was the year that we started also in Denmark. So because it was not going so well in Iceland, so everything stopped. The building stops. They stopped the building, and so ICT or BIM execution plan requirement didn't happen in Iceland. So Europe. Maybe 10 years. Yeah, not in Iceland to use BIM in public projects.
No, still.
Yeah. So I think that was the key value, and also how do you say it, happened in Denmark in 2007. We got legislation, and that's why we started with BIM and VDC there, at that time.
Yeah, and that's also what I noticed, because at that point I was living in Denmark. I noticed that all schools, because there was legislation, school began to teach BIM. Okay. And when I came back to Iceland, nobody was talking about BIM, thinking about Revit or whatever. So there was no knowledge in a way on BIM, even though they were trying. They were from pilot project and the government, they were on one project, they were having one BIM project just to be a pilot project. So they were trying, but you need the push. If somebody comes in with legislation, then somebody, it's business. Here, I can have some course on this one. Okay, David, I'm gonna look into that. So it didn't close the loop.
Okay.
So,
but you're adopting these processes regardless, because you see the benefits and better data.
And the value, yeah.
And maybe that's something you can add, because I think if you want to get fully digitalized, and sometimes you don't have to think about what is the demand, what is creating value for my company, and the whole chain. So we are always thinking about what is adding value on our construction side. It don't have to be demand from the client, but it's our demand. And we often do decisions even though it's not a demand, because it's adding value. Like for the digital reports, it's sometimes a requirement in Iceland.
Almost never, then, but we do it anyway.
Yep. In terms of that, always looking to deliver more, what's next, either individually or as a collective? What processes are you going to put in place next to drive more benefits for your organisation?
It's kind of a tricky question, because we're also product driven, so it depends on what projects we get next, and what challenges are there. Depends on, are we going to build an airport, or are we going to build, Lava barriers. What are we going to do? So,
but I'm thinking, if I look at the VDC organization I'm head of, right now we are having this innovation education because we are production driven. We always work on projects and we have no time.
Yeah.
How can we be innovative in that environment? So that we are, and Inga is also participating in that. So we are trying to make sure that we are more innovative. And that's also a thing about end user. Are we actually developing something that people are asking for, or it's just because we think it's cool? So we always think about end user, what they will buy from us. So.
Fantastic. I think we probably would got time, but those answers and information has been really useful. I've really enjoyed talking to you guys. Hopefully, it's been good for you too.
Yes, thank you.
And we will speak again soon.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.